Hey guys, what's up? Sage here. So, just a quick video, real accurate Space Marine 2 class tier list. So, 100% non-bias, 100% accurate, 100% data-based, just like my previous one and the one before. So, how are we gonna separate this? Very easily. We have a couple of segments. So, solo or co-op, and siege or operations. And now in operations, it basically we will not take absolute as a base. We take absolute plus because absolute is too easy, and hard stratagems basically like weeklies or whatever. So we can actually measure the performance because otherwise every class would be S tier. You can easily complete everything 10 out of 10 times on any class. Well, easily, depending on a player's skill, of course. Now, let's start first with solo. Solo, the best class, or actually, let's not waste time. I'll go like this. The best class is sniper. Why? We know we have factual data about the solo. For example, the community challenge I issued a few months or 1 month ago. We have a bunch of people participated. Thanks all the legends, all the best players in the world, basically. That are committed to the game, and this is just 50% of them. Some didn't want, to be public, whatever. Some randoms that, just joined the movement, played the game, and we know from this that everybody played either sniper or bulwark. So that's the easiest explanation, like which class is the strongest. And sniper, based on my community challenge, from what I see here, it was all the snipers. And if you go a step further, the tournament that was based on this, Horg hosted it, the winner was a sniper. Now everybody played snipers and bulwarks, and the previous tournament the Horg hosted, everybody played the bulwarks. And so yeah, that's kind of a benchmark. Now, who won the tournament? The sniper won the tournament. He had like 30 out of 30 win clears on a battle simulator, which is insane. Now, the highest possible score that you could achieve was with Bulwark. I achieved it. So basically 10 out of 10, or I had 9 out of 10 clears, but I had more score because I didn't use healing. But if that's just a tournament, it doesn't have anything to do with reality, just our, made rules to make it fair. But if we deduce that, Sniper is just the best. He's just better than Bulwark in any sense in a solo. Now, that's the battle simulator. Pretty hard, rough benchmark. Now, let's say the stratagems. I think in stratagems, Bulwark is better. For many reasons. It's just how the stratagems work. You have a bunch of builds. You can see, I think I have the game overlay. You have so many build variety. Whatever stratagems come your way, you can change. You want the heal, you want the damage, you want double knockback resistance, you want slow, you have ammo regen. You literally have everything. So he's better for stratagems. Yeah, that's pretty much it. For absolute plus, Bulwark is better. You can go further. For example, if you look at my run with Bulwark Absolute Plus, the record 18 bosses in one op, 5 in the same time. I don't think that's possible with the sniper. Maybe. From what we see factually, I think 4-4 did like the sniper Absolute Plus with 2 default level, but default level for a skilled Bulwark is not too hard. Like even 5 bosses was a good challenge, but 3 is not 2-3 is not a challenge. So Bulwark wins in stratagems. He wins in absolute plus. In normal absolute, I'd say sniper is better, and battle simulator, I don't know how we rank that. I'd say it's 2-2. So Those two classes are the same for solo. Maybe, yeah, sniper is, yeah. I'd say they're same. Whatever guys you want, they're first. Now let's go for the next. Vanguard, S, easy S, self-explanatory, double healing, even with the one healing, everything is good. He lacks boss damage, but very easy to play, unless you're going for grapnels, which it doesn't work. But if you learn it, it's cool. But just healing, healing is the best in this game. Like there is nothing better than healing, survivability, extreme damage reduction, conviction, and thrill of the fight. No class has thrill of the fight, so parry, block, and the dodge. And on dodge you get 20%. So it's like double damage reduction. Even this is damage reduction. Armor restore on grapnel, double heal, iframes with grapnel, very strong. It's very hard to lose absolute top with him. Even the stratagems, hard stratagems, he is better suited than sniper, I think, even just because he is a jack of all trades. You can go melee, you can go set for primary, secondary, you can go melee, whatever stratagem is active, you can use it. And even if you have a bunch of extremists or terminus, now he struggles with terminus, but if you have a bunch of extremists, you can feed yourself with a bunch of AoE damage and health. So I'd say he's S tier. Now, some classes have to be A tier. Like I said, we benchmark on the highest possible difficulties. Next, I'd say Assault. Now, of course, after S, it gets a little bit not factual. It's just a feeling of a player. Later, when we get to Siege, it's gonna be 100% accurate. Sorry, my nose is stuffed. Okay, so Assault, pretty strong. I did Absolute Plus easily, 2 bosses. Can he do 3 bosses? Yes. Can he do it better than Vanguard? Probably. Stratagems, no. Healing is king. Still S. He's very good. If you can do Absolute Plus, I mean, the class is correct. Wings of Flame, also he has insane damage. He's basically like opposite of Bulwark. So Bulwark is ultimate defense. Your offense comes from your defense, so from animation canceling, from shield, from all the juicy stuff. Assault, total opposite. Your defense comes from the offense. Sorry. Wings of Flame, iframes, and by default he is not even anymore squishy. He has defense mechanism that is the team perk of Bulwark. So imagine how powerful that is, especially in operations. Stratagems, you don't need this. This is useless. Only downside is he has to trade. Sorry. Oh my god, my nose is totally stuffed. Only downside is he has to trade defensive perks. So imagine if he had what's called Seal Within, yeah. Imagine if he had Seal Within here, he would have armor he has armor reinforced. He would be exactly like a Bulwark, pretty much. If you have damage reduction here, Hammer of Wrath. He also has double knockback resistance like Bulwark, Hammer of Wrath, and adrenaline boost. Even Bulwark doesn't have adrenaline boost, so he is not squishy at all if you know how to play him. And if you take armor reinforcement and defense mechanism and everything and Wings of Flame, you're pretty defensive, but still not defensive as Bulwark. Your main defense comes from offense, so this is basically like contested HP recovery machine. You have defense mechanism, armor reinforcement to protect contested HP recovery. You have Wings of Flame, iframes, pretty overpowered, especially nowadays when they implemented animation cancel and all this stuff. He is very strong. Now let's see next. Heavy is dog shit. Basically cannot do Absolute Plus. Only class that cannot do Absolute Plus. No ammo. nothing. Unfortunately, if you remember, he was one of the best classes prior to, let's say, he was even strong in a patch 10. But he had a double multi-multi bug, which was removed immediately. So without that, I'm not sure. But before, when all the classes were weaker, he was basically, like I said, that bulwark, that assault is the opposite of bulwark in terms of defense and offense. Heavy is opposite of bulwark in terms of that he is just ranged. So of course he doesn't have animation cancel, but he's a tankiest bulwark. Look at this, 40 to 30% health. No other class has this except bulwark, not even assault. Iron Adamant Will, 20% less health damage. This is like a free conviction, or not free, after Iron Hail. Iron Hail is basically like a shield, but you can still blast while you have a shield. You have conviction, so double damage reduction. Unfortunately, he doesn't have knockback protection. Indomitable Spirit is very weak. It's not a adrenaline boost, but still he's so tanky. But only and he has basically a shield, which same as Bulwark shield. Of course, it has downsides, but the upside is you can shoot while you have it, and you get a bonus damage. So he's like ranged Bulwark, but he doesn't have ammo. That's the problem. Like there is no ammo. This is only viable weapon with him if you want to even attempt any content solo, hard content solo. Which perk is better here? Why did I take this? 1 restoration. This is 10% restoration. Oh, this is better. So this is 2, this is 1. But this is on a cooldown. Interesting. Anyway, this is the only weapon that has restoration. He gets a little bit better in siege because you have auxiliary reload, but auxiliary reload is not in operations, so you won't have that drip fed ammo, and basically basically he's docked for ops or stratagems. Maybe if you get the good stratagems, that disables the other classes, you can get him. So yeah, that's it for him. Tech Marine, I'd say I've seen people do absolute plus with him. Let's do it like this. They are both the same. But is Vanger better? This is the question. Let's do it like this. So they are all A tier. These are only true S tier classes. These are you can still die on them. You can still, you can die on everything, but there is just not enough to accomplish great primer cloud things. Tactical, they nerfed the pyro. With the pyro, you could do insane stuff on absolute plus, hard stratagems, everything. Still on a solo, he's very squishy. We won't count the bugs like crack and penetrator bug that's gonna get removed from the game, just like everything that's game breaking. They fucked it up. It should be removed this patch, but just like all the other bugs, they persist. But when it's removed, he's gonna be same as before. If you remember before, everybody basically history tactical is he was the strongest class. Then they nerfed battle focus and other scan ability stacking. So this would stack before. You would go like this. It would be absolutely insane. They nerfed it. They nerfed the weapons. They nerfed the melee weapons after patch 8. Universally everybody accepted that he is bad. Now with the pyro, he became good S tier, but now pyro is nerfed. Doesn't work with scan. He is very squishy. I don't see. I would have to try absolute plus. I don't have any data. Like I feel like I have easier time when I play. When I play Tech Marine, and I don't even play him. Like I played him a few times and easily demolished everything. So I'd say like this. So first 3 best classes have healing. So that should tell you something. Healing is very valuable in this game. Or they have some kind of iframes. That is the fourth class. The fifth class has versatility, a little bit of. He doesn't have knockback, but knockback protection, but he has a lot of versatility. Sixth class, bunch of damage. Still, they're all like it's. I would say personal preference at this point. Like whatever guys you prefer, tell in the comments. But yeah, I would just personally put them like this. Maybe. I mean, you could argue for everything. It just depends on the stratagem. It depends on absolute plus. Is it chaos? Is it whatever? But heavy is definitely C tier. Now, sorry. Now let's go for co-op. Co-op, very simple. Tactical best scan. With 3 people, you delete everything. Doesn't matter who you were in team, you must have tactical best class. Best class for co-op, whatever. Stratagems, absolute plus, whatever. I know a lot of people don't play absolute plus anymore, but because we have a bunch of stratagems and a double terminus in the stratagems, which kind of killed the mode. But the mode was basically, pre-era of stratagems that we have today. So it was a good benchmark. Also you could put the custom like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 doesn't matter bosses in the same time. So in a team, you always want a tactical, very easy, and you either want a bulwark or vanguard. I think obviously bulwark is stronger class. Solo, he can carry everything, but the heal. I know a lot of people don't stop to value vanguard, but it should be clear from my videos or just the gameplay in general, or just the community that plays the game, that vanguard is very strong because of the heal. Just because of the heal. Other stuff are cool. I mean, he has versatility, but one of those 3 classes you must take if you want to. You don't must. You don't have to do anything. You can just blast if you're good enough. Like 3 team, the content is not hard enough. You just blast with heavy. Here tech marine with tactical, and you basically get the siege comp for speed running. But this is just ops, if something is too hard, you cannot blast with other classes. You need healing, you need something, you need healing and damage, healing AoE, healing throughout the map. And these are just best classes for co-op. Now, second bests are, I'd say like this. Heavy, maybe even heavy over assault because the team perk is better. Damage reduction, assault doesn't contribute anything to the team. He's strong by himself, but I don't know. I'd rather have a heavy blasting while you have a tactical scan on a boss. Just my opinion. Maybe even over the. Actually, Tech Marine is better. He has more utility. And Sniper, I don't know why I would want Sniper. Maybe to carry me to solo the op or something. But yeah, that's it for the co-op operations. Now, let's talk about the Siege. Siege, factual data. I know all the records, all stuff, what classes achieved. Probably only person in the world who knows pretty much every record. I know even the records that are not public that people did, but there are videos. If they were to publish it, it would be legit. I heard stories. I've seen screenshots, everything. Now, if it's hard to judge what is legit. It must be a video start to finish. No signs of cheating, hacking, altering the game files. Cutting the video to alter anything. But everything is acceptable. You can cut the video and continue. Like if there's no problem, everything is the same. Same damage timer is same. We can take that as legit. Now I'm gonna take legit and semi-legit into consideration and rank this. And this is gonna be the 100% factual tier list. We pretty much have all the classes, all the records from real Siege mode, like previous Siege, so from patch 8 when it's released till patch 13. Now they ruined it, everything is different. The classes are the same, but everything is different because the Siege mode is shit. You have too much RNG, too much. You have only one boss. There's too much variables, you have infinite resources, blah 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 blah. Now let's focus on the old Siege because the classes are still the same. In patch 12, not much changed since then. Of course, some classes, some heroics, but no huge changes that would alter. If you put these classes in previous Siege, nothing would change pretty much, except the new bugs, of course. Kraken on there was Kraken already on tactical. But anyway, let's not talk too much. The number one tactical. Maximum wave achieved 30. I think Dragon got 30. He has a full video. I think it's legit. There is no reason to think that it's not legit. Now, the only controversial thing is Kraken. Kraken got removed now. Well, now it's back after they said they removed it, but it's not removed. It's even worse than before. But it was done with Kraken, and I don't know. Before the record was 27 by also the best players in the world, Volo, and all those guys are best of the best, and it's kind of how I look at it. If you're best in one class, if there is competition, like it's really hard to go like 3 waves more than the other best player. So 3 waves from 27, it was with Kraken. 27 was without Kraken, but let's take a middle ground. Let's take 29. That is max for the tactical. Still, it is a record, and he's just the best class. Like I explained before in the first segment, just the scan. You just take this. I don't know what's even the build, but certainly secure stockpile, steady aim. Now you would take Kraken, but before you would take Plasma Boost. Maybe something like this, it doesn't matter. You can take like this, insane damage, and that's how you achieve high waves. And I think the potential of this class is even higher. Because it just has so much damage, man. If you get good RNG, you're gonna delete everything. And yeah, grenade launcher, OP. Now without the Kraken, let's say 28, 29 is the peak, and that's highest ever achieved. If you take a middle ground. Now the second best class for solo siege. The second best class for a solo siege. The second best class will be sniper. Now I've heard multiple people got very high results with sniper that are private, but I've seen the videos of 27. It wasn't a full video, but I think it's legit. I know one player got to 29. There is no video. I think somebody said they watched the stream or something. I'm not sure. But I've talked with him on Discord, and he explained me how he got it. And considering the other guy got 27, and this guy seems significantly better, better understanding, better tactics, I think it's possible to get 29. But because everything is not 100% legit, let's settle for 28. So 28 sniper, let's say 29 tactical. And I must normalize the data, because if you go just by anecdotal data, it's not gonna be, we just have to have some compromise. Now 20 what did you say, 29, 28 Bulwark. I did with Bulwark 28. Self-explanatory about Bulwark. Lots of people didn't know he's that strong. I only found out like nobody could cross even 20 before. Then suddenly it was like 25. Nobody could cross 25. Very short time. And he was exactly the same from the start of the game, so nothing has changed. He had a shield bash, of course, that shield rush tremendously boosted the damage. But it's the same from patch 10, patch 10 to patch 13, everything the same. Nobody figured out how to actually play it, because everybody played the invigorating icon. So when they realized that you just need to go just like on assault, just like on any class, Siege is a race. You need to go faster, and you just go fast, and somebody got to 27, I think. That's from what I heard from reputable people, and I believe it because after I heard that, I tried. I was always good with Bulwark, but I never played Shield Bash. I was playing like more, absolute class with the immigrating icon and stuff like that. So I tried it, got 27 easily, and I was like, okay, that is definitely legit. So multiple players got to 27, and then I got to 28, a record, and that's pretty much it. So those two, hard to say, because we have a video also. When I did the record, it was live on first attempt 28. That's probably never going to be achieved ever again in the game. So I just have to give the edge to the Bulwark. Even though they're, neck to neck, also with the sniper, you're kind of immortal. Nice damage with the sniper rifle. But yeah, that's just the rankings for Siege. Now I'll show the new rankings for patch 13 later, because something changed, but the classes are the same. Just a little bit of a history lesson. So 29, 28, Tech is a new. We'll talk about him in patch 13. Assault, legendary. I pushed Assault single-handedly, invented the shit, pushing world records. Basically, it was very fun. Other people joined. It was a long road. Mostly nothing changed, like I said. Same for Bulwark. It just the people got better over time. It's the build, the wrong builds. When you're playing alone, you're just inventing your build. I was inventing my builds. First, I was playing Winds of Flame in Siege with fencing power sword. That's insane. I was struggling to hit wave 15 in 2.5 hours, or what's the timer. Then I adopted the power fist. Then some people copied me, but still I had a record. Then the X came. I didn't play with X, I didn't adapt to that. Then I think Hayes got to 20, first 20 with the Assault. Then I got to like 21, 22, 20, I don't know. It was then Tigron also played, he got 24. Then this was, I was the first class, or depending on how you look at it, the first to complete full Siege on Assault, so 1 to 25. Pretty remarkable achievement. Everybody considered him a dogshit class. Of course, he got some buffs, but not significant ones. Not significant. This was possible since I did it with the Power Fist. I didn't use the X. So it was basically possible since patch 10, but nothing changed later when I did 25. When was it? Yeah, pretty much nothing changed. It just the people got better, and that's cool. That's cool that this is present in the game, It's not all like, oh, I'm instantly skill capped. You're not, bro. You try it, and if you beat 25, you are one of the best players in the world still, even though the record is higher. So I beat 25 first class. Let's say first class to legit do it. To complete full Siege. Before there were with some bugs, but this without any bugs, everything first. So very good class, remarkable class. You know how it goes. Just a zealous blow. You go like this, full damage. No defensive shit, and you just blast. So kind of the tides turned. So he was the first to reach 25, and other classes were lacking. But then everybody catch up and beat him, because I think players actually quit after. When I reached 26, I quit. I accomplished my goal first to beat 25. I think then I got to 26, almost got to 27, but I didn't know you get more time after 26. Then Hayes got to 27, and that was a record for a long time. Then I got to 27. I heard somebody else also got to 27. There is a video on YouTube. I think it's legit. So nobody got to 28. Unfortunately, I didn't want to play him. He's kind of, not on a level of a Bulwark in terms of fun and control. Kind of gets repetitive, annoying. You can see everybody that plays, Assault gets frustrated towards the end, and it just ruins the experience. Unfortunately, I think he could have gotten 28, but 27. We are here, and let's say, did we normalize him to 28 if the 29 record wasn't really, recorded and everything 100% legit? But I believe it's possible. Let's settle for 28 because I've seen 27. So yeah. Now look at this incredible balance, guys. How good was the previous siege? That just tells you how utter dogshit the new siege is. So all classes are at the same balance level. This is unremarkable. They weren't even targeting this balance. They have no idea about the high levels of solo siege. Like, this is pushed way, way, way beyond the game's mechanics and everything that's intended. So, this game is a miracle. Like I say always, it's a miracle that everything is working and everything is so good. Such a great game, and obviously that's why we played. Now they ruined it, but they're gonna fix it, I hope. Now check this out. Vanguard. Everybody thought Vanguard was utter dog shit. Oh, again, they were wrong. They were wrong about the sniper. They were wrong about assault. They were wrong about the bulwark. Everybody agreed that tactically it's wrong. But at the end, at the near end of the patch 12, when everything was over, like, I think the record was like, before that, it was like fight for 20. I don't know what, like FTG got 20. That was the record. Yeah, I think like 4-4 got 18, but that wasn't PTS. I think FTG played something. I didn't watch everything. Watched a little bit to see what's going on. So it was like 20. He probably could have reached 21, 22 if he managed the resources, but he didn't. So Horg took 21, 22, 23, 24. And he was playing it wrong because, like when I played Assault, I didn't have to learn from anybody to get the tricks, to get the build. Well, he got the build. He played Vanguard perfectly, as perfectly as you can do with a grapnel. He didn't know the strats. He didn't know the economy, and I told him, bro, try the Tyranids, just copy our strats. And I think he started Tyranids, or maybe didn't, but he watched a little bit of our runs, and he got 27 on Vanguard. That's unbelievable. 27 on Vanguard. So maybe he could have gotten even 28 if it was, if he had more time, but patch 13 came. So heavy. Heavy, unfortunately, the only class that didn't reach. I don't think anybody beat 25 without bugs, without multi-melta bug. With the multi-melta, certainly, but that was only for 1 month, so it was removed. And if something is removed, in my opinion, if you cannot achieve it again, the next patch, it's not valid anymore. So, and nobody considers the multi-melta records, They always ask, like, what's the record without the double shot multi-melta? Because it's too powerful. And without that, I think the record had FTG in the early days, at the start of the siege, like 23, 24, which is very impressive. Later when now it's questionable if the chaos spawn makes the game easier for heavy or harder, because heavy is just a ranged class. You want to blast from range, a plasma, and you have no danger of dying versus chaos. It was the same on assault when they added all the damage reduction. You had the chaos was easier at one point of the game, if you guys remember. I don't know who played in patch 9, maybe. The chaos was easier than Tyranids, just because there was nothing. There were no mechanics. There was, if you have enough damage reduction, you kill them. So it's questionable. I don't know. I don't play heavy. But certainly with the reduced source services and reduced currency, you could go further. So, unfortunately, he achieved 23. Maybe he could have gotten to 25, even beaten 25. but we didn't see it. We don't know. We will never know. So I'll put him in A tier. Now, yeah, I'll just call this admin historical siege or the true siege rankings. Now, the Tech Marine, when he released, in patch 12, he was dog shit, D tier. Pretty much nothing in old siege. Now, the new siege on solo, because it's changed so much. First, in patch 13, it was 90% damage reduction. Then it was like they removed it to 60, then now they increased it to 77. It's like nobody knows. They changed so many things. The little guys, the objectives, everything is changing so fast that it's just not good data, you know. But what I can tell from what I played and other people, tactical is just the best because you ignore all the damage reduction. He's by far the best. You know, even I who don't play tactical, I did like 2 or 3 more waves than Bulwark, and I played thousands of hours with Bulwark, mastered it, you know, to the fullest. So obviously tactical is the strongest, and all the melee classes, they are so bad. They are so bad. Like the damage reduction ruins them. You cannot, like I explained for assault, you need to cycle the ground pounds with Zealous Blow. You cannot one-shot anything. You literally cannot. Now it's a little bit better. I played the X, check that video out from a few days ago. The X is actually OP, but I don't know if the siege is changed or what is happening. You know, it was first attempt. Like, is this legit or not? Is it just luck, or is it, or could I have gone even further, like 26, 28? Could I have beaten the old rep? You know, you don't know. So hard to say, but definitely melee classes are ruined. Damage reduction ruins them. I think on Bulwark I did, on the first patch I did 20. That was a record. I know a lot of people were fighting for 20, but last wave lasts the longest. So it's like 20 minutes, you know. It's a big difference, like if you do 19 or 20. So I beat 20, then I stopped playing him. Then I tried with Assault. I think I could have beaten 20. But I started, I had a Vortex Beast on 20, that was a mistake. If I had the Hive Tyrant, I would have beaten. So, Kami tells me that the cap was 20, and I got to 23 with the Tactical. On the same patch, 13. Now, 13.12, people got a lot further. I don't know what is even the record. There were so many bugs and whatever, but legit, I think it was like 35 or no. I have no idea. I don't know. I heard just so many things, but I wouldn't be surprised if you can just one shot everything with tactical and go to like wave 35. So tactical, I don't know. We don't have any data on heavy. We don't have any data on tech. I heard the sniper is good, just from asking the people, but we don't know. We don't know about the patch 13 siege or solo siege. It doesn't even matter, you know. It's just gonna change with the modifiers. The modifiers are artificially boosting the classes. It's not even about the class anymore, you know. It's about the siege. So let's go for co-op. There's gonna be a quick one. So historically, you know, the best comp, just like first like this, scan blasting with a heavy. Heavy was also the best in solo. You know, all three classes, perfect combination. You have a heal record for a while, and that was the meta. But the meta changed. Assault came into the picture after success in a solo, like I explained. This was the new meta. Powerful classes, blasting with the team play. You know, you throw a scan, you ground pound with a Zealous Blow, like I said, very important to cycle the ground pounds. New techs, new competition, a lot of players playing, well, not a lot, same 10 people, but they are competing between themselves. The Chinese, the Europeans, the Russians, whatever. Pretty interesting stuff, you know, who can abuse the classes more. And, you know, with 3 brains, it's much better than with 1 brain. So this was the combo, the best classes. Now, Yeah, it was basically. Sorry, I'm mistaken. My bad, my bad. Bulwark instead of heavy, not heavy, of course. The assault was changed, or heavy was changed for assault. The R classes, I don't know. I've seen players go, high with sniper, the same snipers that did solo. Uh, I don't know. Heavy didn't do too much. It was like this till patch 13. So yeah, pretty good. You know, reflecting of the actual class strength. Now in 13, things changed. Like I said in the solo, melee classes fall off. You can do shit with so much damage reduction. At the start, they were using like this, I think, like this. So now tech comes into play. He was dog shit in 12, and then he is now the best because you have double grenade launcher. Also, he is bugged, so I don't know if it's fair to put him here. If the bug gets fixed, of course he doesn't deserve this place, but the what's called servo gun pierces damage reduction, so it doesn't matter. You are at 100% damage reduction. You just press the button, you delete everything in one hit, and that's why it was used. Also, grenade launcher is OP, and he is pretty solid. I don't know if the team perk works on the turrets. If it does, it's pretty great. Anyway, this was the comp. I think they got to 140. The Russians 140. Yeah, I think something like this. Yeah, something like this. Then, what was it? Yeah, I mean, those classes are dog shit. In that patch, those two could blast. Yeah, then it was a change for the heavy. So they changed the not this. What am I doing? How do you do this shit? Okay, so they changed the assault for heavy. Like I said, I mean, logically, why would anybody use assault? It's very strange to me, but they just preferred it and they were the best, so they used assault. Then I think Tigron and Volo and Hayes, they used the heavy. They didn't get the record, but kind of showed that the heavy is better. Then the Russians took this comp and got to like wave 150 or something. So this is 100% the best comp. If it has the record, it is the best. Could something possibly be best? Yes. Like, why were they using assault? It makes no sense. Maybe something still makes no sense, but we don't have enough data. I want to make it factual if you guys want to play the best comps in patch 14. And this is just the best. The second best assault, I'd say either one, and those two are the last. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the siege. Now let's talk quickly bonus segment. Bonus segment. Let's do high skill cap class, low skill cap, high skill floor, etc. So high skill cap, obviously bulwark. I don't even have to talk about that. You have shield animation canceling, so many different builds, so many different weapons, so many different breakpoints. You can play without the shield, double thunder hammer. Now you have an axe. So many stuff. Now you have a shield bash. You don't have to play a shield bash. You can play Migrate Icon. You can play a bunch of builds. But with the shield bash, that's next level. You're using animation canceling actively for a damage. You're using animation canceling for everything, for a sword, for everything. It just elevates the game on another level. And if this game didn't have a bulwark, I don't think I would even play it. Of course, I would play it because of assault. But this is just how the game is supposed to be, like true, action. I know this is a core shooter, but it's more like hack and slash game. And you cannot have a hack and slash game without animation cancel. Even without the shield, this game is in the core animation canceling. I know some people don't understand what it is, and sounds scary when you say it. Yo, animation can, like, it's some secret tech, but it's not. It just, for example, when you gun strike, you animation cancel your attack. When you block, when you press a parry, that is also animation cancel. That should also people use as a form of animation cancel, but nobody uses it because the gain is too little. You gain maybe, when you attack and then you parry and then you recover. For example, on a long attacks, you would save maybe 100 to 200 milliseconds, which is still a lot. I use it on classes that don't have a shield. But yeah, that's all animation canceling, just new levels. And if you want to ascend further, check my newest videos. You have to combine, you cannot just use the shield bash. You have to combine the dash attack, the dash cancel, the dash from a starting position, comboing from a dash, everything. Comboing a shield rush into a dash. That's, two mechanics in the same time. And it's very rough, Always people ask me, how do you do this? How do you do this? It's not easy. It's probably the hardest thing to master in the game. Also, you press multiple buttons and yeah, very satisfying, very rewarding. Just high skill cap class in the game. No question. Now, there is a question, maybe Assault, but the thing with Assault is you have animation cancel, but you don't have it on demand. You press just one button, so you have to do so much effort to do the same. Well, so much effort. You have to do so much effort to pull off these things. Not everybody can master this. Some people cannot learn it. They have to use the macros. Even with macros, they still don't, quite utilize it well, because with the macro you still have to do some extra stuff. Now, even if you macro shield bash, you have to macro, you automatically don't know how to do a dash cancel, let alone dash from the starting position, whatever. So, you just have to have two macros for both cancels, and then you have to have another key for actual cancel, to cancel after. So in the end, you're still pressing three keys, however you turn it. But if you're playing it legit, on a keyboard, you're literally pressing like 4 to 5 buttons, alternating all the time, high APM, multiple buttons. You're like playing. It's not like piano, of course. Piano is a lot harder, but it's just the best we can get, in terms of engagement and everything. Now, Assault, also very good. Increased skill cap from previously, but in the same time, unfortunately, I was so happy when they added the animation cancel, but unfortunately, the knowledge required to play the class is dramatically lowered. Yes, it's improved. The skill cap is kinda. I don't know how I would, rate it, because yes, you have animation cancel. That's good. Increases the skill. You use it, when you need to use it. You have to know when to use it. If you just use it randomly, it's not good. But the new the new animation cancel stuff and Furious Strikes, it makes it so that you don't need to have any knowledge of Wings of Flame breakpoints. For example, when I played Assault exclusively, that's how I built my channel. At first, I was just playing Assault Wings of Flame. First to play this, I learned so many combos with Wings of Flame. It was so punishing to do. Like, if you miss it, it's over. Like, you literally, operation is over. So you had to learn the combos, and I was actually making a video, big, large video, like all one combos with Wings of Flame. So in many different situations, you would use the build was like this. So you would use, for example, you would dash once. Then if you use, depending on if you use block weapon or a balance weapon, maybe you would first block, then dash, then gun strike, then use the adrenaline stack, or you would, if you're playing a fancy or balance weapon, you would first dash, then parry or fence, and then double gun strike, or you could do a double Wings of Flame, triple Wings of Flame, You could do Wings of Flame into the air, into the ground pound. There were so many combos with so many different weapons, and it's such a shame that they removed all of this. It's such a shame. I mean, nothing would fix it now, even if they remove Fury Strikes. Maybe. Because the Fury Strikes is just a patch on the ability, to patch up the flawed ability. But in the same time, it just makes it a spam. So you're basically just spamming it. You can play it on one button. You play it on most of the people, I guess, just macro it on the mouse, and you don't even have to use the keyboard. You just play the mouse, and you're just dodging everything and pressing right click and spamming. Of course, you have to time it, but the timing, like I explained multiple times in the videos before, the timing is the same as the balance window. So you have a starter frames in which you cannot use jump back, and that's it. Like there is no special, the special thing was the breakpoints, how not to kill the enemy when you use Wings of Flame. You remember this? And everybody was complaining that, when you use it, you kill an enemy and you lose a charge. Yes, you lose a charge because you don't know how to use it. You have to use it in the exact time that you do not lose a stack. You kill an enemy, and you don't lose. I have a video about that, I think, but yeah, if you want to watch, it's irrelevant now, but it changed. So that lowers the skill. Well, not the skill, mechanical skill. It lowers the knowledge, but everything is about the knowledge. You combine the knowledge. If you don't know the knowledge about the bulwark, you can never use it's not even stated in the game. So if you don't know the knowledge, and you just have the mechanical skill, but mechanical skill is nothing. It's just like one button, and the parry window is just a normal parry window. And even if you miss, you refund it with Fury Strikes. I don't know how high skill cap it is. It was maybe mechanically you're pressing the buttons faster, but it's not much faster. Like you were doing the same thing before. You're just now a little bit faster to cancel. Now, of course, canceling itself increases the cap. Yeah, not much to say about this. Assault is also very strong by itself now. You have armor reinforcement, you have a defense mechanism, but still, you can do some amazing things. If you master it perfectly, you can do amazing stuff. And the more amazing stuff you can do, the better, combined with mechanical skill and the game knowledge. Now, of course, you cannot if you master the bulwark, you literally master the game. It's like a Neo in the Matrix. You can do whatever you want, but it's very hard to master, Not everybody can reach wave 28 with bulwark. Not everybody can do absolute plus with 5 bosses in the same time, but a lot of people play bulwarks, so it's not easy. But a lot of people also play assaults, and not a lot of people can achieve, a good result with Wings of Flame. But a lot of people can achieve similar results. So there is not like, let's say, hypothetically, there was a best player that was a god tier on assault that never missed the dash. Yes, he would do insane damage. Imagine 4 or 5 bosses attacking you and you're dashing everything. Now that's kind of impossible because you will still get starter frames. But let's say 3 bosses, it's doable. Absolute plus with 3 bosses. Let's say he's dominating that. And for example, I play. Of course, I play Wings of Flame for almost 2 years or 1 year. I'm pretty good, but let's say I'm at 90%, 95%. Some other guy who just started, let's say he plays for, I don't know, recently started, he would not be much worse. Like he would be at 85% maybe. So it's not much of a difference, in a skill. And in a bulwark, it's huge difference. It's like, and it's not 10%, 20%. It's like in hundreds of percents difference. So, of course, on the highest level. And also, that is just one build on assault. On bulwark, you use it on every single build. On assault, unfortunately, the siege build is brain dead. Kind of, you just pound the ground pounds. Yes, now it's a lot better with commitment. Or if you play this, you're absolute legend. That was the old build I was running, but it's dog shit before. Now you can actually get some use of it. But now still you have commitment, a very, very low, you don't have wings of flame, so you have to be very precise. Increases heal cap dramatically. Things you can do, it's unbelievable. You can use it many different ways. It's all about animation cancel, guys, in this game, or in all of the games, God of War, whatever, hack and slash games. Or if it's not direct animation cancel, it's like going into the R combos, mid combos. So yeah, that's still pretty good, but unfortunately this build is brain dead. There is nothing, like very high skill expression. It's more about knowledge, like I said, knowledge. The more you know about positioning in siege, whatever, positioning in operation, it's just like a massive knowledge check. It's like, I don't know. It's like chess. You don't need any mechanical skill. That's unfortunate. I would like to see more, some more tech for assault, not just fucking spamming one button and get infinite wings of flame. But it is what it is. In general, it is an improvement for entire community and it scales tremendously. So I think he's still S tier. Now the question is he more than Sniper now? I think yes. This is debatable, however people interpret. But Sniper also takes quite some time to master, even though he's overpowered extremely. We already confirmed that he is #1 solo class for operation stratagems, or actually after the bulwark, depending on the content. But yeah, very strong. And also you actually have to learn something, press 3 buttons, have some timing. So you press the ability, then you cancel it, and then the next level you cancel it with attack, and then the next level is to cancel the attack with the dodge. So it's like a double cancel, It's very hard to master. I don't see anybody almost use it. Before, everybody was using it. I don't know if people lost skill or it's just not necessary anymore to use it. I guess not, since they buffed the cloak, it's now very low cooldown, so maybe you don't need to use it. But with that tech, to reliably do the double cancel on every cloak, it was very rough. And I didn't master it before when I played it. I could use it reliably, but not, every time when I need it. And when you miss it, you fuck up the cloak. So that's one aspect. Of course, now if you play him like this, you check the overlay. For example, if you don't take purification and you go for double headshot, you're an absolute god. If you can do this and you get the benefit, now it's even more skilled. You don't have purification. This is like taking invigorating icon on bulwark. So yeah, but still, also you have to shoot. You have to learn to shoot with sniper. Obviously, it's not Counter-Strike. You don't need any particular mouse skills, but it's also knowledge, because the sniper ignores basically all the melee classes, or most of the classes have to deal with the melee mechanics, so parrying, dodging, whatever. With sniper, you don't really have to do that. You just go into cloak non-stop and go into execution, rotate, whatever. But you have to make it up with actually hitting the headshots. If you don't hit the headshots, you can do shit. So hitting the headshots on Chaos, incredibly difficult. Like you need, I don't know, 100%, multiple hundreds of hours to reliably hit all the headshots on Chaos. Even then the game is bugged, but whatever. Even on Tyranids, yeah, you just have to learn that patterns that you would otherwise learn on the melee classes from parrying. It has nothing to do about the aiming. Of course, you have to move the mouse, but everybody knows how to move the mouse. It's not particularly fast. Now it's just the difference, like, okay, can you move the mouse 100% at the target you want, or you can move it 95%, 90%, 80%, the higher percentage you have, the better. So yeah, I think those two before, if if they didn't ruin the assault so much, I put assault before in the first place because the knowledge check was insane with Wings of Flame before, and the bulwark was just very strong by itself. So a weaker class, more knowledge, less mechanical skill, but still, I felt like I would rank him here if they gave him animation cancel on top of that. Still, I said in the previous, I don't know what I said in the last two videos, but it was like, toe to toe. But since they ruined the assault, they switched to bulwark. And yeah, sniper, I don't play sniper, but I know a lot of people play sniper, and from what I heard, it requires a solid amount of practice. And from what I've experienced myself. Now, these are the high skill cap classes. Now let's talk about some other that require skill. High skill cap, like the expression, probably Vanguard. You can learn a lot. For example, if you look at the previous siege record I was talking about, so 27 with the Vanguard, that is insanity on a real siege, patch 8 to 12 siege. That is insanity. You cannot achieve that if you have not mastered the grapnel or the bullshit of grapnel. So you have to know all this little shit, when the grapnel, where the grapnel is gonna go, blah 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 blah. In general, it is not hard, but when you have like 50 enemies on the screen in a siege, it's very hard. I don't think I could even do like 20. I don't know. I would have to practice a lot to get the 20 with the grapple. Now, maybe with our build, I could go further, but I'm just talking about the executioner zone of impact. I just don't find it useful for myself because I haven't mastered the grapnel to that extent. Of course, I can use it in operations. It's pretty easy. Vanguard is one of the easiest class, but that's for the skill floor talk. But still, if you master him, you can go, very far with him. Now, those three classes, I would say, zero depth is with heavy. There is literally nothing to learn. You just blast. Balance parry window is rough, so I wouldn't put him C or D, but B. Tactical also, I don't know. Those two classes, they're basically the same class. This one is stronger, but this one has more utility. It's like whatever between those two. I find a lot easier to play tech. I played a lot of tactical, so I played him maybe 10 times, and he's so powerful with grenade launcher, and you have a X or Argent Edge, or and you get the gun streaks while you're parrying. I don't know, like a skill, like a ceiling, skill cap. Like what can you do actually? Like there is nothing, like I don't know, like what there is nothing. There is nothing. It's same as tactical. Literally they copy pasted the. It's the same. You have primary, secondary, and a weapon. There is nothing. At least with the sword you can animation cancel, and it takes a lot to master, especially with this one. I have a video about that. It's a little bit ancient, but you can cancel almost any attack mid-attack, which no other weapon can do. Some weapon can do at the early frames of attack, but this one can do a really late cancel. It can save your ass many times. So you can master that. You have. Yeah, I don't know. But on tech doesn't have that animation cancel. That's like there, but he has the extra mechanic with the servo gun, where you do a gun strike when so you can combo the melee attacks with the gun strike. But then again, I don't know. It just even. It doesn't matter. Still, you have to play a significant amount of time to get it. Yeah, I would say this is like the skill ceiling, skill cap list. So S tier, those three classes, A tier those three, and B tier those. Now, of course, you can switch up whatever you want. Well, not whatever, but those two are kind of questionable. Maybe even the Vanguard, everything is questionable. But when you can achieve the higher peak with some class, even with a weaker build, if you can achieve, for example, if you take a Bulwark and you don't take armor, you take this, you have no damage reduction. Now Assault is stronger, but just because of your skill, whatever perks you take, if you have enough skill, you can do better stuff than, for example, tactical. I don't know. I mean, tactical is pretty strong, but for example, heavy. So if you can achieve with your skill, game knowledge, mechanical skill, higher things, while having higher APM, more buttons to press, with a weaker build, achieve better things, kill more bosses, do higher content, that's definitely higher skill cap. So that's kind of kind of my thought process, and that's just how it is. I mean, there is nothing more to it. You can agree or disagree. Now, the easiest class to play, highest, let's say low skill floor, Vanguard. Let's say which one is actually highest skill floor, so the hardest to play. The hardest to play, let's say, one of the hardest, probably tactical. As a new player, you will die a lot. I don't remember what was my last list, so probably the same. Tactical is pretty rough. Assault is pretty rough. Bulwark is pretty rough. Again, he is powerful, but you have to learn the double parry. It's kind of confusing with the shield. A lot of people need a lot of time to get it, even the good players that are good on our classes. So Assault also kind of hard to get, kind of squishy. I don't know, when you don't know what you're doing. Yeah, those three are probably the hardest. These ones are pretty easy. The easiest one would be Vanguard for sure. Vanguard, or like just like on a base level, maybe Tech Marine, those two classes. Heavy, yeah, those three. Anyway, guys, that's it. Short 45-minute video, or what was it, 1 hour? Holy shit. It's good. I didn't make any cuts. I managed with my English, and my nose is kind of stuffed, but yeah. Hope you enjoyed this. Trying to make it factual. Tell me in the comments if you agree or disagree, and yeah, that's it for now. Let's hope for new improvements of the game. It's very good. Everything is perfect. Game is advancing at a good level. They added things that I never thought they would add. Animation cancel to assault. Bunch of heroic weapons are really good. They just add more complexity to the game. The game is so much evolved from when I first played it, like version 1.0. I literally quit the game how dogshit it was. Then I came back later when they improved it, like patch 5 or something. When Wings of Flame actually worked, yeah, they ruined the siege. Unfortunately, the best mode, and the best mode gives us only factual data in the game. So much potential, but unfortunately they fucked it up. Damage reduction ruins the solo play. Only the range classes work. Well, not even the range class, only the tactical works. For the co-op, it's too easy. Like, you're one-shotting everything with scan. It's such a mess. They made a problem. The only problem with the old Siege was that it lasts too long and the first wave will sleep fast. But now that I think of it, how short is this Siege? Before, as a good player, you would, get time little by little. You'll make a big difference on the higher waves, and then the higher content comes, and then comes the survivability. So you had both factors, the speed and the survivability. Now you just have kind of, it's like the survivability of the last wave, not last, survivability before would start for, let's say from wave 15, you would kind of be in danger because you have the triple bosses. Even wave 15 was very dangerous. Now it's like you kill the wave so fast, only the boss is left. Check out my last siege. It's kind of ridiculous. The boss is left, like you're heavy shooting it, your tarantulas are shooting it, like you're not even fighting the boss. It's so easy. The Hive Tyrant is brain dead. And then in the 30 minutes, in the span of 30 minutes, everything gets so hard because of the damage reduction. The enemies are the same, everything is the same, but it's just horrible experience for solo. No more thrill of a fight, triple Carnifex, triple Hellbrute. Totally ruined. It's a good, they attempted to add the bosses that we all wanted, but it's not good implementation. Hive Tyrant should have 2 phases if they're gonna sacrifice triple boss spawns, and Vortex Beach just doesn't work. It goes through walls, all the shit. And co-op is just dog shit. It's not even worth playing for 4 hours spamming the scan and the blasting with grenade launcher. You're gonna get the carpal tunnel. Anyway, guys, that's it. I'm signing off. Peace.